All right, welcome to Sinbin Stream. Tonight we have Major League Baseball between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox. Well, Major League for the best team in the American League, maybe the Detroit Tigers, maybe more AAA level for the worst team in the AL, the White Sox. Hope everybody's having a good start to their week on a Monday. And we'll go from here, see if the Sox have any answer. They got Jonathan Cannon on the mound, so that should help the cause. All right, audio appears okay. First pitch coming up at 6:40. Thought I might be running late, but we are on time. Yeah, I'm just trying to adjust some stuff here. All right. Everything looks pretty good. I should probably get some real lights to light this a little better, but maybe in the future. All right. Well, let's see. Okay, Cannon for the White Sox. Meadows. We'll go through the pitching numbers. Parker Meadows. Whoops. I'm sorry. That's a leadoff hitter. Flaherty. Apologies on that. Jack Flaherty, number 9. He's got a 3.6, 3 wins, 6 losses in 11 games, 3.94 ERA, 59 and a third innings pitched, 72 strikeouts, and a 1.11 whip. All right, right-hander, and then of course Cannon, also a right-hander. 11 games, 2-6 record, 4.15 ERA, 60 and 2/3, 46 strikeouts, 1.35 whip. Walks and hits per innings pitched. Leading off for the Tigers will be Meadows, Torres, and Carpenter. All right, let's get the defense out there for the Sox. Benintendi, Robert Jr., Palacios. Okay, it's 83 degrees tonight on the south side. Wow. Benintendi, Robert Jr., and Palacios. Infield, Rojas, Mydroth, Sosa, Vargas, Cannon the pitcher, Lee the catcher. Tigers have the best record in all of baseball, 39 and 21. All right, Parker Meadows, Torres, Carpenter, Green, Dingler, Keith, McKinstry, Perez, and Javi Baez. First start at shortstop since April 18th, they say. So Carpenter is the DH. Cannon still warming up. I saw now. Thank you. Cutter, sinker, changeup, four-seam fastball, and sweeper for Cannon and his pitching arsenal on this graphic here. Should be just about set for the first pitch. Thanks for watching. All right. Right-handed pitcher, lefty batter. Four-seam, upstairs, ball one. Actually, I forgot to check for switch hitters. Parker Meadows is a lefty hitter. Looks like this is his debut. Cutter upstairs, just a little bit outside. 2-0, 88 miles per hour on that pitch. Way upstairs. Cutter 87, 3-0. Come on, Cannon. What are we doing? Looks like, the wind is blowing in everywhere. On the left and right field line, it's just 6 miles per hour, but it's faster in left center, right center, and center. Takes strike one finally. 3-1 count. They're showing the flags. They are definitely rippling in the wind. Cutter popped up, foul territory. Catcher, third baseman run just into the Sox dugout. All right. Yeah, 83 degrees, 35% humidity, 10 to 15 miles per hour in wind in from center. 3-2 pitch. I forgot to. He swung on and missed on a sinker, strike three. So he battles back after the 3-0 count to strike out the leadoff hitter. Wow, it was a tough pitch. It kind of just looped up a little high and then died laterally, like to just at the top outside corner of the strike zone. Jim Wolf, his 64th game since 2023. Fewer strikes up and in. I missed it. They took it down. Right-handed hitter, fouls off a sinker, 92. Strike one. This is Torres, number 25, the second baseman. 269 average, 5 homers, 27 RBIs in 47 games. Sweeper misses a little outside, ball one. What is it with my monitor? I'm going to have to switch things around here, I think. All right, here's the 1-1. Sweeper outside again, 2-1, 82 miles per hour on that pitch. All right, 2-1. Fouls off a cutter upstairs for strike two, 90 miles per hour. So Torres at the plate, the DH, Carpenter on deck. Changeup hit into the air, left center, and falls for a hit. So 1 on, 1 out for the Tigers in the top of the first. All right, should be good now. There we go. All right, that brings up Carpenter. He is a left-handed hitter. All right, first pitch to Carpenter, upstairs, 90 on a cutter, ball one. Okay, Kerry Carpenter, number 30, the DH, 268 average, 10 home runs, 22 RBI on the season. Cutter in there, 88, taken, strike one, 1-1. 1 out, 1 hit, runner at first, third place hitter at the plate. Change up in the air to right, back at the track, and gone. Hits the Hyundai sign, so it didn't reach the stands. And quickly, 2-0 Detroit Tigers on 2 hits. Well, they are the best team in baseball. And they showed it right there. So if anybody bet on a scoreless inning, it's down the drain. All right, 1 out. That'll bring up Green, the left fielder, number 31. He is a lefty hitter as well, facing the righty, Cannon. Cutter in the air, but way foul. Strike 1. Here's the pitch. Sinker just outside. 1-1. 92 miles per hour. Yeah, usually I thought Cannon was pretty good. I can't remember if I got his last start. I think he gave up 2 two-run homers in the first. Unless I'm thinking of shoot. All right, fouls off. Strike 2. Yeah, against the Mets. That's what it was. Him. He gave up 2 two-run homers in the first. Yep. And then he settled down, but it was too little, too late. 4 seams, swung on and missed high. Strike 3, 2 away now. Yeah, so the Mets roughed him up in the first inning in his last start last week. They had a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday 3 game set in New York. I think they got I don't remember. They may. I think did they win? No, they won game 3. So the Mets took 2 of 3. First pitch fouled away, strike 1. Dingler hitting 299. Right-handed hitter, 5 homers, 22 RBIs in 43 games, 788 OPS. Sinker just missed upstairs. Ball 1. That looked like it caught the top of the zone, but apparently not. 20 pitches already. 20 pitches for Cannon already in the top of the first. Number 48. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed on a sweeper. Low and outside. Strike 2. Nasty. I was surprised he chased it. It kind of did just... It had a lot of lateral and... had a lot of movement. Up and down and left, right to left. Sweeper way outside. Ball 2. 82 on the sweeper. Two. Upstairs, 93, 4 seam, full count, 2 outs, nobody on, but 2 in on 2 hits. A single by, I think, Torres, and then a 2-run blast by Carpenter. Cutter in the air to left. That is going to be way out of here and gone. At least 5 rows deep. And it's now 3-0 the Tigers on 3 hits. That was just, it was no doubt on the distance. It was just, is it fair or foul? And CHSN's camera coverage can leave you just guessing. But that was Dingler, the catcher. He turned on, yeah, that was a high. That was high in the zone. It was higher than belt high. He hit it high into the air and is at least 5 rows deep. So over the bullpens and into the stands. Whoops, we can scroll down a little bit. All right, 3-0, 2 outs. First pitch. Wow, that was upstairs, but it's called a strike. 93. I never know with these umps. This is Keith, the first baseman, lefty hitter. Here's the 0-1. Fouls off a cutter. He had to swing because that's what was called a. It was just a hair lower than the one that was just called a strike. Homers allowed this inning. First inning, 6, including 4 in his last 2 starts. Rest of the game, 4. So I've seen his last 2 starts, and he's given up 4 home runs in the first. It was 4-2 after 1 against the Mets, and now it's 3-0. Sox still have a chance to bat in the bottom of the first, and they still aren't out of it, though. Change up in the dirt inside, ball 1, 1-2. All right, 2-2. Sorry, was looking away. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed on a cutter, strike 3, but the damage is done. 3 runs on 3 hits. Nobody left. We head to the bottom of the first. Sox trailing 3-0. All right, let's see what else is going on. All right. Rockies trailing in Miami to the Marlins. 4-3. Marlins bat in the bottom of the 4th. In Boston, the Red Sox gave up 6 to the Angels. We're through 2. 6-0 Angels. In Cincy, Brewers just tied it up with the Reds. They're heading to the bottom of the, or no, they're in the bottom of the 2nd. Reds batting. Let's see. Then we got Padres, Giants, Twins, Athletics, Mets, Dodgers later tonight. So a light night on Monday. Only 2, 4, 6, only 7 games. Sox don't have a day off, I think, till next Monday. They have this 4 game set at home. With the Tigers. And then they got a 3 game set coming up. We're at month or June. Okay. All right. Yeah. 4 games with the Tigers and then 3 versus the Royals. They got swept 4-0 in Kansas City in early May. All right, we got Mydroth, Talkman, Vargas, Benintendi, Sosa, Palacios, Robert Jr. I got to switch. Let's get the defense up there for the Tigers. I'm sorry, after Sosa, Palacios, Robert Jr., Rojas, Lee. So Green, Meadows, Perez, outfielders. On the infield, ball 1 outside. McKinstry, Baez, Torres, Keith, Flaherty, the pitcher, Dingler, the catcher. Takes a 4-seam, 90 right down the plate to even the count, 1-1. Mydroth, a right-handed hitter. Righty pitcher, curveball, grounded, just foul down the third baseline. Yep, now they're showing the Tigers defense. Green, Meadows, Perez, McKinstry, Javi Baez, Torres, Keith, Flaherty, Dingler. Oh, curveball in the air to left, back at the track, leaping at the wall, off the top of the wall. Mydroth thought about, I think he's just going to stand at second. He was looking like he was going to hustle to third. So leadoff double for Chase Mydroth. Just missed leaving the yard, but also, almost caught. The outfielder made a good attempt at it and left. Hung a curve 78, and he just turned on it. Kept his hands back and flipped the wrist. Hit off the guy's the heel of the glove. I could put my glove on, but I think he almost jumped too high then, or too early, and just mistimed it. It hit the heel, and they give Mydroth his 5th double of the season. Slider taken right down the middle. Strike 1 to the batter, who is Talkman, and he's the DH. 372 average, 2 homers, 6 RBIs in 12 games for the lefty hitter. Slider outside, 1-1. So since Curo is on the bench, not catching or DHing, the Sox don't have any switch hitters in the lineup tonight. I got to keep checking on the Tigers. Four seam catches the outside edge of the plate. 1-2, 92 miles per hour. Wonder why the Sox have a number 4 patch on their chest. I'm wondering who they're... Oh, was that... Chet Lemon didn't wear 4, did he? And that was a few weeks ago. I thought Chet... Maybe... I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Wonder who passed away. Swung on a knuckle curve, almost in the dirt. Strike 3, 1 away with 1 on. Just couldn't lay off it. Tough junk ball pitch. All right, that brings up Vargas, the right-handed hitter. Fouls off a low knuckle curve for strike 1. Benintendi on deck. 236 average, 8 homers, 26 RBIs in 56 games, but he's been hitting much better as of lately. Actually, the Tigers have that number 4 as well, so who passed away? Slider low and outside, evens the count, 1-1. I'm sorry, I'm not in the know. Don't follow much baseball outside of these White Sox games and what I see on John Boy. Four seam misses just outside, 93 miles per hour, 2-1. Late movement took it out of the zone. Two one, swung on a miss, four seam, would have been a strike if he had taken. So 2-2 the count. 1 out, runner at second. Excuse me. Benintendi, who's playing left today, on deck. All right, Flaherty is set. Now he delivers. Low and outside, four seam, full count. All right, 4 seconds on the pitch clock. 3, 2, the delivery fouls off a four seam, right side, out of play into the stands. So still a full count. Last 3 starts for Jack Flaherty, 18 1/3, 22 strikeouts, 161 opponent's batting average, 2.45 ERA, 0.82 whip. Wow. Number 9, the righty for the Tigers. All right, he's set. Here's the delivery. Four seam on the ground to first. The pitcher falls. First baseman takes it himself. That is Keith. So G3 for out number 2. Did Mydroth go to third? I assume he did. Yeah, it looks like it. The pitcher fell trying to cover. I think he's all right. Must have just slipped on the grass, or I don't know. I didn't see it. All right. Benintendi, a lefty hitter, takes a knuckle curve low. Ball one. 246 average, 6 homers, 22 RBI, 33 games for number 23, the left fielder tonight. Swung on and missed on a slider, 1-1. If he reaches, Sosa is on deck, the second baseman. Right-handed hitter. All right, Mydroth takes his lead from third. Flaherty looks there. Now he delivers, fouls off a four-seam, 1-2, 93 miles per hour. I can't remember. In the air, that's gonna. Oh, what a catch! I thought the Sox had a hit. What a catch by number 22, the center fielder, Meadows. And that ends the inning for the Sox. They leave one. They got one hit. And we're through one. 3-0. Bad guys, the Tigers. Yep, 3-3-0-0-1-0. Hey, Bubba, we got to get Dom back in here. Yeah. I guess I can change it for... I'll have to clear stuff out depending on the audience. Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if I'm going to do the Thursday game. I mean, I don't know if I feel like doing another triple header so soon. Nope, that's not it. So tomorrow, the vote winner was Mystics at Fever instead of the 7 o'clock game. Then we'll have game 3, Tigers at White Sox. Thursday, we have the doubleheader at night on Prime. I was going to do game 4 in the afternoon, but I think I'll rest my voice. Okay. Thanks for the update. I appreciate it. I missed the first pitch. Apologies. They're showing Steve Stone, and they're eating some monstrosity in the booth, or rather, they're holding it. All right, it's 2-0 to the first batter. What is this? It's like a giant waffle cone with ice cream and like 2 giant sugary straws. Ugh. All right, sorry, 2-1. And gosh darn it, we're in the top of the second. Sorry about that. Cutter upstairs, 3-1. Come on, Cannon. Quit getting behind in the count. Well, there's always typos, Bubba, which I just did. Cutter. Oh, he did call it. I thought he was going to say ball 4. It was just on the outside edge of the plate. Full count by Cannon to the leadoff hitter in the second. It's McKinstry. We got the 7, 8, 9 batters up. Upstairs, ball 4. He walked them. Unbelievable. So that'll bring up Perez. So the last hitter was a lefty. Perez is a switch hitter. All right, good to know. I should jot that down. McKinstry a lefty. Perez a switch. For Detroit. All right, sweeper inside, 1-0. To the switch hitter in the left-handed batter's box. Leadoff walk, 1-0 to the next batter. Throw to first, not in time. And hey, CHSN cutting to the throw to first in time. That's a minor miracle. All right. Sinker upstairs. Ball 2. Not sure who Giddy is, Bubba, if you know either. He made an RR reference when I said I liked the Sky hoodie that they were wearing in warm-ups. He said, have RR get you one, so I knew what he meant. All right, Cutter outside, 3-0. Oh, boy. So full count and a walk, and now 3-0 to the second hitter. Cannon. A little wild tonight. Oh, he catches the inside corner. Strike 1, 4-seam, 90. All right, runner at first. Sinker in the air to left center. And into row 1 or 2, gone. It's 5-0 Tigers. The camera coverage and the angles by the outfielders, I had no idea. Nobody out. Top of the second, it's already 5-0 Tigers. All right, that'll bring up Javi Baez. He is a right-handed hitter. Where has Javi been? So 2 teams in 2021, Cubs and Mets, but then the Tigers since. Okay. 9th place hitter in the order. Nobody out. Top of the second. Sweeper misses way outside and low, ball 1. All right, the windup, delivery, fouls off a cutter, 1-1, 89 miles per hour. .273 average, 6 homers, 29 RBIs for Baez on the season. Upstairs, laid off of it, 92 mile per hour, 4-seam, 2-1. 43 pitches already with nobody out in the top of the second for Cannon. 4-seam in the air to right. I believe Palacios is under it. It is Palacios. That is out number 1. Top of the order, Meadows, the center fielder, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Lefty batter. All right, Parker Meadows. Set. Here's the delivery. Cutter just caught the top of the zone. Strike 1. Fouls off a 4-seam. Actually, let's see. Is it in play? No, it one hops the screen down the left field line. So strike 2. Flags look a little less, yeah. It doesn't look as windy, but then, yeah, as soon as I say that, then it kicks right back up. All right, here's the 0-2. Change up low, 86, ball 1. Sox wearing their white home jerseys with the black pinstripes. Detroit in the all gray road uniform. Change up on the ground, foul to Vargas on foul territory. And it says Detroit in script It's blue with some orange outline. Oh, he tossed it to a kid, but he's a Detroit Tigers fan. Boo. Upstairs, four seam, 92, ball 2. And they're wearing, of course, the orange D road hat. And mine's a little faded. All right, here's the pitch. Outside, full count, 92. Best record since August 11th of 2024. Okay, Tigers. Full count pitch outside, a hair upstairs, ball 4. 51 pitches for Cannon. And that'll bring up Torres, who is 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. Looks like we got a pitching coach visit to the mound. All right, what else is what's going on? Let's see. We know there's no WNBA. I don't think there's any NBA. Is NHL tonight? I don't know. When are they playing? Okay, this is a long visit to Cannon. Oh, no, they're playing Wednesday. Okay. All right, I think that's it then. Just baseball tonight. No WNBA. I think the NBA finals are later in the week. Isn't it Thursday? So Wednesday hockey, Thursday NBA finals. All right, first pitch. Swung on and missed on a sweeper, strike 1. The hitter is, Torres, the second baseman, right-handed hitter. 1 for 1, single, and scored a run. 5 homers, 27 RBIs, 274 average. Setting up outside is Lee, the catcher. Here's the pitch. Misses outside, sweeper, ball 1, 82. All right, Rojas, Mydroth, pretty deep. Sosa, pretty close to second base. And the runner being held on at first by Vargas. Throw to first, not in time. Let's see, 1-1 count, 1 out, 1 on. Already 5-0, 2 more in this inning. Four seam, swung on and missed, strike 2. Would have been a strike if he had taken it. Just on the outside edge of the corner, or plate. Sweeper way outside and low, ball 2. Here's the pitch upstairs, ball, throw gets away. I think he would have been safe even if Sosa caught it cleanly. So full count. Stolen base for, who is that? I already forgot. Meadows. Not much chance for Lee on a good jump. Throw was a little bit to the first base side. Sosa had to come off the bag to try and grab it. He stopped it, just didn't complete the catch. Fouls are actually in the air to center on a four seam, caught by Robert Jr. for out number 2. What happened? Oh, there we go. That'll bring up Carpenter, the DH, who had the 2-run homer to right to set the tone in the first inning. He's hitting 271, 11 homers now, 24 RBI. The DH tonight, he's a lefty hitter. Takes inside a four seam, 92, ball 1. Cannon checks the runner, throws. Swung on a miss on a cutter, 1-1, 89. All right, come on. He steps out of the box, adjusts the batting gloves. Now he finally steps in. We got 12 on the pitch clock. Cannon checks the runner. Now he delivers. Cutter fouled off, 1-2. Steps out of the box. Do we have to do this every freaking pitch? Can we stand in the box? Is there any batter clock to get back into the batter's box quicker? Cannon looks at the runner twice. Now he delivers. Way upstairs, four seam, 92, ball 2, evens the count. All right. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. They finally get out of the inning, but the damage is done. They leave a runner, but we head to the bottom of the second. It's now 5-0 after they picked up 2 on a 2-run blast. So they've had 2 2-run homers sandwiched around a solo shot between the first and the second. Whoops, I got to update this one though, don't I? Is this? Okay, here we go. All right, let's get it up. Okay, for the Sox, first of all. We got the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up. Sosa, Palacios, Robert Jr. All right, let's get a refresh of the scoreboard. Wow, the Rockies take a 1-run lead, and we're in the going to the bottom of the 6th in Miami. 5-4 Rockies over Marlins. In Cincy, the Brewers up 3-2. Cincy batting, or Reds batting, bottom 4. Red Sox finally get a run. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 6-1 Angels. That's it for In Progress. Still 3 more games tonight. First pitch on the way, 4-seam, catches the outside edge of the plate. Strike 1. Slider misses low and outside. Evens the count, 1-1. Sosa, the batter, 279 average. Righty against righty. 4-seam in the air to right, short of the track, close to the line, caught for out number 1 by Perez. That will bring up Palacios, the right fielder, 211 average, 636 OPS. Oh, pardon my yawns. Long day. Sorry about that. Slider misses a little outside. Ball 1. Palacios, a lefty hitter. 211 average, 3 homers, 9 RBI, 43 games played. Number 47, the right fielder tonight. 4-seam just nicks the bottom of the strike zone to even the count, 1-1. Flaherty is set. Here's the windup delivery. 4-seam. That was outside, but he's called strike 2. Replay shows way outside. Like half a ball width outside. What it wasn't. Knuckle curve low. What the heck? That was a strike? Did he swing? I don't know. 2 outs. Are you serious? He must have swung. Inside knuckle curve 75 ball 1. Slider fouled off. 1-1. Luis Robert Jr. hitting a .180, 561 OPS. I'm sure he's still stuck on 5 homers, 20 RBI without even looking. 4-seam low. You can frame it all you want. That pitch was low. Yep, 5 home runs, 20 RBI in 54 games. Two count, evens. Yep, sorry about that. All right, I'll stop texting during the inning. Whew, I might need to turn these lights off. Getting a little warm here. Fouls off a 4-seam, 93. Still 2-2 count. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Nobody on, trailing 5-0 on 3 home runs for the Tigers. Sox have a double by Mydroth to lead the game off. Nothing else. Not even a walk. Bounces a knuckle curve, full count. Watch Luis Robert Jr. get a walk here. That would be miraculous. Oh boy, here we go. Full count pitch. Swung on and missed on a knuckle curve, way low, way outside. Can't lay off the junk. Out of the zone. 3 up, 3 down. Top of the third. 5-0. Tigers. I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be back. Yep, that's blocked. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry, I missed a pitch. 0-1 to Green from Cannon. And swung on and missed, so 0-2. The hitter is Green, fourth place hitter. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Lefty batter. Way upstairs, 92. Four seam, ball one. Fouled off a low changeup. Still 1-2. 85 miles per hour. One, two again. Upstairs cutter 90. Ball two evens the count. Cutter caught the outside edge of the plate. Called strike three. Good pitch. One away. Finally gets the leadoff hitter in the top of the third. Tough pitch. Dingler is up. He had a solo shot in the top of the first. 1 for 1. Run scored, RBI. Dingler, the catcher, he's a righty hitter. Sweeper taken just down the outside edge. Strike one. 304 average now. 6 home runs, 23 RBI. Fouled off a sweeper. 0-2. Pitch number 70 for Cannon with only 1 out in the third. He turned on a pitch, pulled it down the left field line about 5 rows deep, over the bullpen and over and 5 rows in. All right, time called by Dingler. Infield playing mostly back. Vargas is in at first, though. Sinker low and outside, 92, ball one. All right. 1-2 pitch. Sweeper into center on the run. Luis Robert Jr. slides and makes the catch for out number 2. Yeah, ball was hit right at him, so he had to take a few steps in and slide. Good play. That'll bring up Keith, the first baseman. He's also a lefty. A lot of lefties and a switch hitter in this lineup for the Tigers. .72 pitches now for Cannon. Inside 91 on a fastball, ball one. 1-0 pitch. 2-0. Change up low. 86 miles per hour. Cutter low in the strike zone. Strike. Was that not a strike? It's 3-0. The entire ball was in the strike zone, and that was called a ball. What? All right, that one, four seam. Strike one. I can't even guess. I have to wait till they actually put the pitch up on the CHSN board because I have no idea what's a strike and a ball anymore. Cutter taken down the middle. Strike two. Full count. 2 outs. Nobody on. Trying to go 1-2-3 for the first time in the top of the third here. Bounces a changeup, ball 4. So much for that. So Cannon now has given up 3 walks, 4 hits, and 5 earned runs in 2 2/3. 3 home runs, 2 two-run shots, and a solo shot. McKinstry, who is got a walk and a run scored, is at the plate. Four-seam, swung on, foul ball, out of play, strike one. He's hitting Zach McKinstry, 267 average, 3 homers, 19 RBI. Number 39, the third baseman. All right, Cannon is set, delivers, cutter. It caught the top of the box, and it's called a ball, 1-1. Oh, these umpires are just brutal. And McKinstry is a lefty hitter. Throw to first, not in time. Vargas keeps the ball on him, but he's safe. 38 balls, 42 strikes, 80 pitches already. We're not even through the third inning yet for Cannon. Four seam way outside. Ball 2. All right, 2-1. Oh, somebody calls time. Wonderful. Come on, fellas. We're creeping in on the hour mark, and we're still in the top of the third. Cutter outside and a little high. Ball 3. Oh, this game's putting me to sleep. Making me not want to do baseball, but all right. Got to do it when WNBA is off. Swung on and missed at a cutter. We got a full count. 2 outs. Runner at first. No runs yet here in the top of the third. Tigers got 3 in the first on 2 home runs and 2 in the second on another home run. Cutter fouled off, out of play. We'll do the full count pitch again. McKinstry steps out of the box, so we're not even rolling on the pitch clock yet. If he reaches, Perez is on deck. Perez hit the 2-run homer in the top of the second. Full count pitch, 4-seam on the ground. Great stop by Vargas. He takes it himself to first to finally retire the side. They only pick up a walk and leave one. We're in the bottom of the third. Still 5-0 Tigers. All right, 5-4-0-0-1-0. Nah, we'll leave it. All right, let's check in on the out-of-town scoreboard and MLB tonight. Rockies still clinging to a 5-4 lead in Miami over the Marlins, bottom of the 7th. Each team with 10 hits. Brewers on the road in Cincinnati lead the Reds 3-2, bottom of 5. In Boston, still 6-1 Angels. After halfway home, heading to the bottom of the 5th. The Angels got 6 runs in the top of the first. Padres at Giants in a little over an hour. Then 9:05 Central, Twins A's. 9:10 Central, Mets at Dodgers. There we go. All right, yeah, just a reminder of what's coming up on Sinbin Stream, the live streams this week. First pitch swung on and missed. Four-seam, strike one. The hitter is Rojas, lefty hitter, playing third base tonight, batting eighth. Knuckle curve grounded to second, over to first in time, one away. 4-3 ground out. Assist to the second baseman, put out first baseman. So plenty of basketball on tap. Not gonna do the Sox tomorrow. Not doing Tigers Sox. Gonna do WNBA tomorrow night. Sox will be back for Game 3 Wednesday. And I think I'm going to save my voice and just do the WNBA doubleheader on Thursday. But we'll see. If I think I can make it, I'll do the tripleheader and have the afternoon Game 4 between the Tigers and Sox. All right, first pitch swung on and missed to Lee, strike one. Second pitch low, ball one. That was a 92-mile-per-hour fastball. And Bryce Wilson, Bryse, number 46, a right-hander, getting warmed up in the Sox bullpen. Four-seam taken, strike two, 92. Just caught the bottom edge of the strike zone. Down, centered over the plate perfectly, though. 273 average, no homers, 1 RBI for Corey Lee in 11 games. The catcher. Righty against righty. The 1-2 bounces a slider in the dirt outside. Ball and two balls, 2 strikes. All right, here's the windup. The delivery, slider fouled off. Still 2-2 with 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the third. Sox trailing 5-0. Infield's playing a little bit back. Keith, the first baseman, pretty much normal depth. Fouls off a knuckle curve. Still 2-2, 76 miles per hour. Oh. All right, 2-2 pitch. Four-seam on the ground to first. First baseman takes it over to the bag himself. Quickly, 2 away. That'll bring up the top of the order with Mydroth. He's 1 for 1. He's got the 1 hit for the Sox. A leadoff double that nearly left the yard but hit the heel of the glove as the left fielder jumped against the wall. That's what my thought was, Bubba. But those afternoon games sometimes do really well. It's a toss-up. Oh, wait, isn't the NBA... I got to put that to a vote tomorrow night because I think the NBA starts then, too. 91, four-seam, taken, strike one. So Mydroth up to 287, 1 home run, 5 RBIs on the season. Righty against righty. Oh, changeup in the air. Down the left field line. Sliding attempt. Was it caught? Oh, my Lord, it was. They didn't switch cameras in time until he was popping up from the ground. That'll retire the side. What a catch. Let's see a better angle. Yep, caught it in fair territory just in front of the 330 sign. Slid in the dirt and crashed into the padding. We head to the top of the 4th, 5-0 Tigers. Let's see. End 3rd. Let's bring this graphic up. Oh, yeah. No, thanks, Bubba. I appreciate it. Yeah, to be behind. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to probably stick with WNBA. I would love to watch it, but, the WNBA numbers have just been astronomical. Like, my worst one will still be like 200. I shouldn't say that. I think I had one in the 100 range. Other than that, everything's been 200 or more. And the Sky, I think, have been 500 or more easily. But, yeah, no, thanks for the offer. All right, I need to get more water. I'll be right back. We got the 8th, ninth, and 1st hitters due up for the Tigers. All right, we're back. All right. Let's see. Let's just get this up there. There we go. And we're already talking about the bullpen usage for the Sox. Bryce Wilson is in. There we go. 16 games, 0-2 record, 5.79 ERA, 24 strikeouts, 1.82 WHIP. First pitch, cutter 87, taken strike one. And again, Perez, the switch hitter who hit the 2-run homer in the top of the second. Four seam taken, strike two, 92. Let's see, mid-4th. Oh, shoot, they just showed his pitches and I missed it. Sorry. Upstairs, four seam, ball one, 1-2. 93 miles per hour. 333 average, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. 2-run homer in the top of the third, 1-for-1. Sinker in the air to left. And is that Benintendi who came in to make the catch? It is. Out number 1. They get the leadoff hitter. So Cannon's night ends fairly early. I mean, I think he had thrown at least 80 pitches. 3 innings, 4 hits, 5 earned runs on 3 homers, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 4.66 ERA. Right-hander, Javi Baez, number 9 in the order. Sinker fouled off, strike 1. All right, Baez steps out of the box. Now he's finally back in. Man, God, we need to get these guys to step in quicker. 0-1 pitch, fouled off a curve, strike 2. And he steps out of the box. But we do need a new baseball as well. Whoops, I need to scroll up after looking at the line for Cannon. Curve on the ground. Up with it is the third baseman. Rojas to Vargas. Out number 2. 5-3 on the putout. Was that? Yeah, that's Rojas. Pretty good play. 2 outs. Can't really give up anymore if you're the Sox bullpen because this offense stinks and are struggling mightily, even with Tauchman and Benintendi back in the lineup. 4-seam was more than a ball with outside, taken strike 1. This is Meadows, 0-for-1, a walk and a strikeout. Sinker inside, ball 1, 1-1, 92 miles per hour. Oh, yeah, he did steal a base when he had that walk. All right, center fielder is ready. Here's the pitch. Changeup, grounded foul past the first base coach. 1-2. All right, here's the 1-2. Inside, sinker. Did he swing? No. Ball 2 evens the count. Hey, Bubba, then do you know what this number 4 patch is? Like, who passed away in Major League Baseball that they're honoring? Changeup. Fouled back. Still 2-2. Because the Sox and the Tigers have it. I don't remember seeing this earlier. I must have missed something in the news. 2-2, 2 outs, nobody on. Four seam in the air to left, on the run and back at the track, off the lower part of the wall. Robert Jr. has to get it. That's a 2-out double. Benintendi couldn't track it down. It didn't hit very high on the wall. I guess it was out of his reach. Maybe he misplayed it. Fifth hit for the Tigers. I thought it was gone the way he was going after it. He just, I don't know why he didn't make this catch. He's looking at the wall, and then it hit like less than shoulder high on the wall. I don't know. I think he was just afraid of hitting the wall. Curveball way outside. Ball one. I'll have to look this up between innings. All right. Sinker taken, strike one. Oh, okay, thanks. I guess I didn't realize it was ALS day. Sorry about that. Thank you. I should have known that one. Thank you. Curve way outside, 2-1. For some reason, I was thinking I was thinking Babe Ruth, but he was 3, and I'm like, it's not like he just passed away either. All right. Well, that's a good tribute. I like this. Sinker outside, 93. Well, that begs the question. That was called a strike. I was about to put 3-1. That begs the question, why don't they just put a 42 patch for Jackie Robinson Day instead of having everybody wear 42? But that's a different discussion. All right, we got time called. I swear I thought it was 3-1. And then suddenly the strike 2 came up. Couldn't believe it. All right, infield playing back. Sosa's pretty close to second. Runner at second. 2 outs. 2-2 pitch. Cutter between the hole at first and second. That'll score another run. Tigers lead 6-0. They only failed to score in the top of the third. 6 runs on 6 hits now. All right, 660-010. Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. Ball one. I had to wait. I couldn't tell if that was a strike or a ball. So the hitter is the DH, Carpenter. 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. He had a 2-run homer in the first. Did he go on the changeup? No, says the third base ump. So 2-0. That's exactly what I said. I'm like, why does everybody have to wear 42? Why didn't they just put the 42 patch on? I think it looks really good, this patch. It's noticeable. Yeah, I'm sure. I believe it. 92, swung on and missed. Strike 1. That was a sinker. Wilson's already thrown 21 pitches. 270 average for Kerry Carpenter. 11 home runs, 24 RBI. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. It would be a nightmare for basketball, hockey, or even football. Fouled off 2-2. Yeah, they couldn't do it in any other sport. I mean, I guess they didn't used to have numbers in baseball, so I mean, but we're talking what, 100 years ago or more. All right, Carpenter's setting up inside, but a throw to first, not in time. Torres back, no problem. All right. Wilson with 22 pitches already thrown here in the top of the fourth. Cannon, the starters, his night's over. Uh-oh, cutter in the air to right. That's trouble. Back at the track. I couldn't even see it. I think it was in the first row, but that's another 2-run blast. The Sox are getting blown out of the water right here. So they have 8 runs on 7 hits. We're still batting in the top of the 4th. Just turned on a cutter and flipped it down the line and right. They could not follow where CHSN was showing the ball. So over the advertising and into the first or second row. Changeup misses low, ball 1. 870-010. We got 1 gosh darn hit for the Sox. For some reason I put 2. Cutter low, 2-0. Great. Do I just end the stream early? I'm just kidding. This is a long game, though, already. We'll be back Wednesday, no problem. 4-seam, swung on and missed, strike 1. Woo, we got a strike. So this guy has 2 2-run homers already, and we're only in the top of the 4th. Sinker on the ground to left. That's another hit. Benintendi fires to the cutoff. Oh my, great googly moogly, as the Snickers commercial once said. Who are the chefs? Oh, I see what I did. I gave the hit to the wrong. All right. What do we got? 880-010. And the Sox don't even have a walk either. 1 base runner. Trailing by 8. Curveball fouled off. Strike 1. Runner at first. 2 down. Dylan Dingler he was 1 for 2 with, guess what? A solo home run in the first. 302 average, 6 homers, 23 RBI. No, I'm saying, no, I don't remember them. I'm just saying they did used to. It was a big deal when they finally put numbers. All right. First baseman says he swung, strike 2. I was saying, but that was so long ago. It had to be more than 100 years ago. But it was a big deal. I want to say like the Yankees were the first to put numbers on. Hey, sometimes they don't have names yet, which I think is unique to baseball. 4-seam, hey, taken. We're mercifully out of the top of the 4th. Heading to the bottom, trailing by 8. And we'll see who's due up. Yep. 880-010. Sox have Tauchman, Vargas, Benintendi. So 2, 3, 4 up. Great googly moogly. All right. All right, let's check in on the other action. All of 3 games in progress. Wow, still looking. Rockies seeking their 10th win of the year. They are up 1 in the bottom of the 8th, 5-4 over the Marlins. Still batting, though, but already 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th for Miami. Brewers are up 3-2 in Cincinnati. Reds batting bottom of the 6th. Make it. Red Sox put up 4 in the bottom of the 5th. It is now 6-5 heading to the top of the 6th. Angels still up by 1 in Boston. All right, we're already back from commercial. And that is Talkman heading to the plate. He's the DH tonight. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. All right. Whoops, typo. All right. Wind up delivery. Four seam. Looked like it was low, but it's called a strike. Strike one. 364 average. And yeah, limited action for Talkman. Four seam taken for a strike, 90 miles per hour. 0-2 the count. Flaherty, 46 pitches as he works in the bottom of the fourth. Bounces a knuckle curve, 1-2. All right, wind up, delivery, bounces another knuckle curve, 2-2. 77 on that one. Will Venable, thought bubble. What did I get myself into taking this job? Here's the pitch. Four seam, fouled off, still 2-2. All right, after Talkman, Vargas, the first baseman, and Benintendi, the left fielder, both 0 for 1. Well, everybody in the Sox order is 0 for 1, except for Mydroths, who's 1 for 2. And it was nearly 2 for 2. Fouled off, still 2-2. He's the only one close to getting a hit. Nobody else has come close that I can remember. Four seam on the ground to second, up with it in time to first, to Keith to get the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the fourth. 4-3 ground out. Second baseman with the assist, first base with the put out. I haven't really shown the whole field, but I mean, there's decent crowd in the outfield at least. I don't know, at least half full, maybe. I don't know. Seen a lot of Tigers jerseys in the stands, too. Fouled off. 0-1. Vargas. 0 for 1, a ground out in the first. 234 average, 8 home runs, 26 RBI for the right-handed first baseman. Four seam outside, 92, ball one. Four seam inside, 91, ball two, 2-1. 54 pitches now for Flaherty. Slider into left field for a single. The Sox second hit here for the game in the bottom of the fourth. Two gosh darn hits. That'll bring up Benintendi, 0 for 1, the left fielder today. Just over the glove of the shortstop. Benintendi, number 23, a lefty hitter. 244 average, 6 homers, 22 RBI. Here's the first pitch. Sinker in the air, but the right fielder doesn't barely move, and it's caught for out number 2. Runner holds at first. He tagged it, but it wasn't deep enough. Maybe it was off the end of the bat. All right, that brings up the right-handed hitting Sosa. 278 average, 4 homers, 17 RBI for the right-handed hitter. Number 50, playing second base. 2 out, 1 on. Takes a slider, strike 1. Fly out in the second for Sosa. Slider low, ball, 1-1, evens the count. Man, we're past an hour and 20 minutes, and we're still, oh my gosh, this game is super long. Bottom of the fourth. Four seam in the air, right fielder is under it. Secures the catch for out number 3. Sox get a hit and leave one. They still head to the top of the fifth, trailing 8-0. Tigers 8, Sox 0 through 4 innings. All right, every YouTuber does it, I know, but if you like what we do here, please hit like on the video. And if you haven't done so already, please hit subscribe. Helps us with the algorithm, gets YouTube to recommend us to other viewers, helps grow the channel. Thanks for your view and support, as always. All right, that'll bring up Keith McKinstry Perez for the Tigers. 6, 7, 8 in the order. All right, so just a reminder, tomorrow off of WNBA League Pass, we'll have Mystics at Fever. With League Pass, I don't get the ESPN games, and I just discovered today, even though WNBA.com makes it look like it, apparently I don't get CBS Sports Network, but there's not too many games on CBS Sports Network, fortunately. But yeah, so there's an ESPN game later, so all I'm going to be doing is the Mystics at Fever off of League Pass. Tigers at Sox game 3 Wednesday night. Probably going to save my voice for game 4 and just do the Wimba doubleheader. So doubleheaders Thursday, Friday night, and Saturday night. I'm not going to do a tripleheader Saturday for WNBA, probably. Fouled off the first pitch, 0-1. Wrong graphic. There we go. And I'll put it up to vote probably if you'd rather watch NBA Finals Game 1 on Thursday instead of the WNBA doubleheader. But I don't know. The numbers say stick with WNBA, so we'll see. Ooh, he fouled it off his own leg. That's what that was what the delay was. Takes a sinker, strike 2 called, inside edge. 0 for 1, a walk in the third, 236 average for Keith, 4 home runs. 4 seam on the, line out to second. So 1 away. That'll bring up McKinstry, the third baseman. He is a lefty hitter as well. All right, we got strike 1. That's Wilson still pitching for the Sox in relief. 0-1 pitch. Cutter popped up behind the plate near the on-deck circle and caught by Lee for out number 2. He was about halfway between the dirt of behind the plate and the on-deck hitter circle. So quickly 2 away in the top of the 5th. All right, Wilson against Perez. Perez hits a changeup into right center. That's going to get cut off by Robert Jr., but stand-up double. Actually, he slid. Meidroth gets the throw. Probably didn't need to slide. 9th hit for the Tigers in the top of the 5th with an 8-0 lead. So barring a miracle, it's all over but the final margin of victory here, unfortunately. But maybe you have fantasy baseball or bets on the line. All right, 2 outs, runner at second. Baez fouls off a sinker straight back, 0-1. 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out, 269 average, 6 homers, 29 RBI for the right-handed hitter, hitting 9th in the lineup. All right, here's the 0-1. Upstairs, fouled off, a four-seam, 92, strike 2. He's had a much better bat. He's had much better numbers at the plate this year compared to 22, 23, and 24. Curveball on the ground at third. Rojas bounces the throw to first to Vargas in time to retire the side. They leave a runner on a double, but still lead 8-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Halfway home. The game is about an hour and 27 minutes in. So seemingly we're going to be going 3 hours tonight. All right, the Sox have Palacios, Robert Jr., Rojas. So 6, 7, 8 in the order. My eyes deceiving me. That 0 looks like it's low. I mean, I know it's not very big on the screen, especially if you're on your phone. Pardon the whistle, but yeah. This 0 looks like it's much lower than that 0. I think that's probably a style thing, though, to show that it's in progress. I just forgot they did that, I guess. All right. All right. So the Sox started 7-23 in their first 30. That was the months of March and April. Then they went, what was their record? 11 and 11-17 in May. Slider misses low, ball 1. So 11-17 in May. So that was an improvement. And now they are 0-1, likely 0-2 already in June. Four-seam low, ball 2. Palacios, the lefty hitter, 0 for 1, a strikeout in the second. 209 average, 3 homers, 9 RBI. Here's the pitch. Four-seam fouled off, 2-1. Whoops. There we go. All right, different baseball for Flaherty. So we're at a delay here. $201. Four-seam fouled off. Evens the count. 2-2. All right, the windup, the delivery, knuckle curve, popped third base line, catcher. Oh, what a play! The catcher tipped it to the third baseman who caught it. He tried to slide and catch it. It ricocheted off his glove, and the third baseman said, "Look what I found." So that was Dingler to McKinstry. So that's foul pop up 2-5. Went right out of the catcher's glove. McKinstry just hit McKinstry in the leg, and then he caught it. It hit his left leg, and then he caught it behind his left calf muscle. What a play. Doink and catch. Unbelievable. Such is the luck for the Sox on offense. Swung on a miss, strike one to Robert Jr. Yeah, hit his calf, and then he caught it behind his leg. What a catch. Catcher's like, oh my, gosh. Knuckle curve low. He actually laid off of it, 1-1. And so you don't see that every day. A 2-5 foul pop-up. Assist to the catcher, put out to the third baseman. Ball 2 way outside and low. 0 for 1, strikeout in the second. He's hitting 179 on the season. Hey, four seam to left. Guess what? Line out right at the left fielder. 2 outs. That'll drop Luis Robert Jr. to 178 now. How about calling up Brooks Baldwin again, a switch hitter, outfielder? Get him in the lineup. Let Robert Jr. either cut him or trade him, or I don't know. He's not going to find it again with the Sox here. All right, quickly 2 away. Slider taken, strike 1. The hitter is the lefty, Rojas, the third baseman, 0 for 1. He's hitting 162. But that's actually up. He had a good game Saturday with a couple hits. Changeup low and outside, 1-1. He also hasn't played in as many games as Luis Robert Jr. Right-hander against the lefty. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off a 93-mile-per-hour four-seamer, 1-2. Yeah, Vargas had a nice one-hop throw on a diving play to his right. I think he threw out Baez. Yeah, that's who it was. All right, but the Sox are sitting on 2 hits and no walks. Four seam, 93 outside, evens the count, 2-2. Yep, 2 hits, a leadoff double for the game, and a single, and that's it. No walks, no hit batters, no errors on the Tigers' defense. Slider misses a little low. We have a full count. Maybe we get our first walk here. On deck is Lee, the catcher, batting 9th. Should Rojas reach? Fouls off a slider. We'll do the full count pitch again. Yeah, excuse me. Here's the pitch. Low on a four seam. A walk for the Sox. Wonders never cease. With 2 outs. That'll bring up Lee, the right-handed hitting catcher. Only 23 at-bats on the season. 261 average and an RBI. Here's the pitch. Slider low and outside. Ball 1. Again, 0 for 1 today. 76 pitches for Flaherty. And we're doing cutaways between pitches of kids eating chips in the stands. Four seam in the air to right. That should be foul, out of play. Off the netting. So 1-1 the count. Rojas will have to go back to first. 1 walk and 2 hits for the Sox. 3 base runners, batting in the 5th with 2 outs, trailing 8-0. All right, Lee is ready. Flaherty is set. Wind up delivery. 4-seam called strike on the outside edge of the plate. Strike 2. Yeah, it did just nibble at the outside. All right. 1-2. 5 seconds on the pitch clock. Here's the pitch. Knuckle curve 77. Low outside. 2-2. Sox need a lot of base runners. Walks, hits. Keep the line moving. Setting up outside on the full count. No, now it's full count. Sorry, missed outside. Ball 3. All right, my bad. All right, 80 pitches for Flaherty. 2 outs. Runner at first. What's the discussion here? I don't know. Lee was talking to the catcher. To the umpire. Dingler was signaling 2 outs. All right, full count, 2 outs. Runner at first. 4-seam taken on the outside edge of the plate. Strike 3. Sox leave a runner at first on a walk, and we head to the top of the 6th. Still 8-0. Tigers. All right, let's check the rest of the league right now. Do we have a final? Hey, look at that. The Rockies picked up their 10th win of the season to improve their record to 10-50. So 10 out of 60. They improved to 167 winning percentage. Jeepers. Who knew the Sox 41 and 121 record last year would be bested a year later? Still got 3 more games coming up. In Cincy, the Brewers lead top 8, 3-2 over the Reds. In Boston, Angels just got one in the top of the 6th. They're batting in the top of the 7th with a 7-5 lead. Sox have 3 base runners, a double, a single, and a walk, and that's it. Nothing else. Looks like Wilson's still going to head out there. Cannon only lasted 3 innings, giving up 5 earned runs on 3 homers and 4 hits. Wilson's given up 3 on 5 hits and a homer. All right, we're back. Tigers have the top of the order, Meadows, Torres, Carpenter, who have combined for 5 hits, 5 runs, and 5 RBIs out of the 8 for the Tigers. Changeup low in the dirt, ball 1. Wait, it's 1-0. Fouled off. Why does CHS send it? Was it no pitch? I don't know. It should be 1-1. Unless they were late to put the ball up there. All right. Here's the 1-1. 4-seam down the right field line. That's going to be an easy double. Palacios can't get to it. It rolls along the wall. He's going to try for 3 and be there easily. Unbelievable. Runner at third with a leadoff triple. That was Meadows, who's now 2 for 3. First triple this season. Of course. Because this is his first 3 at-bats, I think, of the season. Just hit a rope down the right field line. Palacios watched it, and it just rolled along the right field fence. So it was going to be an easy double, but then he turned on the jets and stand-up triple. Sinker on the ground in the hole. Mydroth with a long throw gets him, but that's out one and another run. RBI ground out. And the Tigers lead 9-0. Great play by Chase Mydroth. But the Tigers have, let's see, they've scored in every inning but the third and the fifth. So they have 9 runs on 10 hits now. All right, 1-0 the count to the next hitter. It's Carpenter. So 1, 2, and 3 all have 2 hits for the Tigers. Way outside on a cutter. Looks like he lost the grip on the ball. That was a tremendous throw by Mydroth, though, and to get the one hopper there in time. He had to jump in the air off his left foot and fire it. Four seam in the air to right center. Back at the track. Oh, it reaches over the wall, and it's gone into the front row. Ball came back to the field. It is now 10-0 Tigers. If it wasn't over before, it's definitely over now. Would be a miraculous comeback. And it just continues to be batting practice out there for the Tigers. And for the Sox pitchers. Carpenter. Luis Robert Jr. was there. Oh, a Tiger fan. Well, it was out of reach. Tiger fan had it in both hands and dropped it. Strike one taken to the next batter. First career 3 home run game for Kerry Carpenter. He's 3 for 4, 5 RBI. Four seam in the air to center. Luis Robert Jr. in to secure the catch for out number 2. So their 1, 2, 3 hitters have combined 7 hits, 7 runs, and 7 RBI tonight. Out of their 10 runs, 11 hits. They actually have 3 people that don't have a hit yet somehow. All right, Wilson against Dingler, righty against righty with 2 outs, bases cleared. Sinker down the middle, strike 1. He had a home run in the first. They're going to have Wilson eat up some innings, I assume. 5 runs already. Four seam up in the strike zone taken, strike 2. 0-2. Yeah, definitely just going to do game 3. We are not doing game 4 on the Thursday afternoon. Going to save my voice, I think. Especially if they're trying to avoid a 3-4 game sweep. Curveball. I mean, this is only game 1, though. Curveball fouled off. Still 0-2. We got to advertise the Tuesday $5 food menu items. Between pitches. Four seam upstairs. Chased it. Missed. Strike 3. Heading to the bottom of the 6th. 10-0 now. Oy vey. All right, looks like the Sox had some changes, or maybe these are coming up. They've already put Capra in for Vargas, so Capra's playing second. Slater in for Benintendi. And that moves Sosa from second to first. Yeah, why not? Put in somebody for Luis Robert Jr. What's the point of him being out there anymore? He's in a huge slump. Who do we got on the bench? All we got is Curo, the switch hitting catcher, and Taylor. Put Taylor in. There's no reason for him to rot, too. They're not getting anything out of Luis Robert Jr. You can call up Brooks Baldwin, the switch hitter from Charlotte. He's tearing it up again in Charlotte. What do I know? I don't know what that contract looks like for Luis Robert Jr. And they're advertising the post-game show. Can't see too many people bothering to tune into the post-game show after this mess. 10-0. I wish we need the slaughter rule. Game's over. And yes, they're showing the base. The base even says Lou Gehrig Day. Oh, that's a good tribute. I mean, you have to zoom in on it. For ALS. All right. Oh, 5th annual Lou Gehrig Day commemorated yesterday and today. June 1st, 1925, start of his 2,130 consecutive game streak. June 2nd became Yankees starting first baseman. On Lou Gehrig Day, MLB raises awareness and funds for ALS research. All right, Flaherty against Meidroth to start. Four seam just got the outside edge of the plate. 0-1. 1 for 2, double in the first. Nearly had another double. But a great sliding catch down the line and left. So he's 1 for 2. Swung on a nasty knuckle curve. 75. Miss. Strike 2. All right, here's the pitch. He hits a high four seam into left. It was way upstairs. He's got 2 of the 3 Sox hits. Just turned on an upstairs fastball and drove it into left field. Just like shoulder high. Slider in the air to right in foul territory. Second baseman catches it for out number 1. Talkman pops up the first pitch. 1 away, 1 on. Leadoff single by Meidroth. All right, Flaherty delivers slider, swung on to center, back at the track, off the wall. Left fielder has it. He hits the cutoff man. Meidroth will stop at third and a stand-up double with 1 out. Sox have 2 runners in scoring position. So that was Vargas on the double. That'll bring up, not Vargas. I'm sorry. That was Slater, number 15, with the double. He's 1 for 1. That'll bring up Capra, who's now in the cleanup spot instead of Benintendi. Capra, a right-handed hitter. Knuckle curve taken, strike 1, 76 miles per hour. I don't know why I guess. Whatever. And you're leaving Taylor on the bench. Bounces a slider outside. 1-1, evens up the count. So a single, an out, and then a double. So second and third with 1-1 count. 1 out. 4 seam, low, a little outside. 2-1. 30 games. Are you kidding me? He's hitting 081 with a homer and 4 RBIs. What on? I mean, there's nobody else in the minor league system they could call up. Bounces a knuckle curve, 3-1. You don't have anybody else that can play second base. Or somebody who can play a different position, and Sosa and maybe Vargas, they could split time at second. Unbelievable. 3-1 pitch, fouls off a four seam, full count, 1 out, 2 in scoring position at second and third. Trailing 10-0 in the bottom of the second. It looks like a decent crowd. Can't see the upper deck, but not sure what the announced attendance is going to end up being, but four seam fouled off. We'll do the full count. Pitch once again. Full count pitch. Curveball fouled off. We'll do it again. Oh boy. Here we go. Full count. Four seam on the ground. Stopped by the shortstop. Over to first in time. I believe Mydroth went home. He did. He scored. 2 outs. 10-1. RBI ground out. Sox have a run on 3 hits. Make it. Wait. Oh, 4. I forgot to count the double. I'm sorry. Yeah, Mydroth still has half the hits. The Slater double I forgot about. My apologies. 10-11, 1-4. Swung on a knuckle curve low. Strike 1 to Sosa. Should he reach Palacios on deck, and also then Robert Jr. in the hole? Should they both reach? Fouls off a four seam quickly. 0-2. 0 for 2, 2 flyouts, 276 average, 4 homers, 17 RBI for Sosa, the right-handed hitting first baseman. He started at second tonight and moved over. 0-2 pitch, low, outside, slider in the dirt, 1-2. Oh, I got to stand up and stretch after this inning. Can't wait till the 7th inning stretch for me. All right, 1-2. Whoops, I forgot to put the run in the most important place. There we go. Sorry about that. Put it everywhere else. Fouled off a knuckle curve, low and outside. Still 1-2. "98 pitches for Flaherty as he works here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Grounder to short on a slider low. Over to first in time to retire the side. Sox pick up a run, leave 1. Top of the 7th. Still trailing 10-1. All right, I need to get up and walk around a little bit. I'll be right back. First pitch fouled off, 0-1 for the Tigers, top 7. Cutter into center for a single. Leadoff runner or leadoff hitter aboard. I think that was Keith. Yep, he's 1 for 3. So McKinstry and Javi Baez are the only guys that haven't gotten a hit. McKinstry has a walk, so Baez is the only one that hasn't reached base safely. Sinker taken, strike 1. Swung on and missed on a changeup, 0-2. Oh, liner to second, over to first, safe. 1 out. All right. Wow, can they challenge this? Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, I think he tagged him. I think that's an out. Maybe the Sox will challenge. He didn't have his foot on the bag, but he tagged him. Oh, he's out. That should be a double play. We'll see what they say on the replay. Yeah, Vargas tagged him. Hand not on the base. All right, come on. This should be 2 outs. All right, so 2 outs on the line double play. So L-4-3. So Capra to Sosa. I'm sorry. Yeah, I said Vargas. I meant Sosa. Vargas is out of the game. Cutter misses outside. Oh, it's a strike. What do I know? It was way outside, and they call it a strike. Wenzel Perez. I think he has a homer tonight. Who doesn't? Sinker low. Ball 1. Who's pitching? It's still Wilson. Okay, I know who. Baez and McKinstry don't have a homer. Either does Keith. Cutter into the air to left. Okay, no, it's short of the track. Caught by Slater to retire the side. So with the double play, no runs, nobody left on. Bottom 7, 10-1. Tigers. Oops, sorry. 12 hits for the Tigers. My bad. Forgot about the hit before the double play. All right. Due up to face Flaherty, the Tigers starter is Palacios, Robert Jr., Rojas. So 6, 7, 8 in the order. If anybody reaches, Lee, the catcher, batting 9th. 4 hits for the Sox, 2 of them by Chase Meidroth. He has the lone run scored. He had a single. Talkman made an out. Slater doubled him to third, and then Capra hit a ground out to score him. That's the Sox lone offensive highlight. And Meidroth had a leadoff double to start the game, just narrowly missing a home run. but at the wall on the jump, it hit the left fielder's heel of his glove. All right, bottom of the 7th. Thanks for watching along. If you're new, please hit the like button if you like what we do here, and also consider hitting subscribe to Sin Bin Stream. Help us grow the channel by getting the YouTube algorithm to recommend us to other viewers. Thank you, and grow the channel. Thank you so much. June 7th, 1993, the division champs rope hat. First 15,000 fans in attendance get one. All right, Dylan Smith is in, and they're showing his minor league numbers in AA and AAA. That closes the book. 6 innings, 4 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts for Flaherty. 0-1 taken strike. Defensive changes. Baez moves to second. All right, upstairs, ball 1. What the heck? No, Baez is out, according to this. That's not what TV said. Inside, did the sweeper hit him? It looks like it did. So Palacios, the leadoff hitter, on with a hit by pitch. Hit him in his left knee. That looked painful. Okay, CHSN was wrong. Sweeney's in at short. McKinstry moves from third to left. Ibanez is in at third. Maybe that's what I saw. I saw Ibanez and thought Baez. All right, runner at first. Nobody out. Trailing by 9. Hitting in the bottom of the 7th. Right-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. 4-seam. Popped him up. Foul territory. First pitch, 1 out. Luis Robert Jr. just cannot lay off the junk low and outside. He is terrible. That drops him another point, down to 177 on the year. Why is he still in the lineup? Just get rid of him. 1 out, 1 on. That brings up Rojas, the lefty, who's playing lefty hitting third baseman. 0 for 1 with a walk. Fouls off a 4-seamer. Strike 1. That would have been a strike if he hadn't swung. 162 hitter. That's up because he had a 2-hit game on Saturday against the Orioles in Baltimore. All right, 0-1 pitch. Splitter past the pitcher, shortstop on the second base side, steps on second, throws a 1-hopper to first in time. That'll retire the side. They don't leave any, no hits. Top of the 8th, still 10-1. So 3 batters. The hit by pitch got wiped out on the double play. Oh, man. All right, fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Second pitch, sinker on the ground just past the diving third baseman. And the leadoff hitter is aboard at first in the top of the eighth. That'll bring up, so that was that Meadows? Or is Meadows up now? Nope, Baez got his first hit. The only player without a hit is McKinstry, and he has a walk. So they have a 4-game homestand versus the Tigers, including tonight, and then they have a 3-game set with the Royals. And the Royals, last time I checked, well, the last series would have been a 4-0 sweep in Kansas City. Outside, ball one. Meadows, the leadoff hitter, he's tearing it up tonight. 2 for 3, double, triple, 2 runs, and a stolen base. So they leave Wilson out there to be the sacrificial lamb. He throws a cutter outside. It's 2-0. So I got to add the hits in. 10 runs, 13 hits. 10 runs, 13 hits. Way upstairs, it's quickly 3-0. Oh my gosh. I know they're just trying to get through this, but Wilson's given up 9 hits and 5 runs in 4 innings pitched. At least he didn't walk anybody, but this is probably the first walk coming here. 4-seam taking 92 for strike 1. So first 3 at-bats for this guy on the season, and he's a lefty hitter. Parker Meadows, the center fielder tonight. Swung on and missed on a sinker. We get full count. All right. They got a major shift on. Rojas is at short, and the shortstop's almost at second base. Sinker fouled off. Still 3-2. Yeah, Rojas still at third. Oh, yeah, Mydroth still at short. Capra took over at second, moving Sosa to first. They took, what's his name? Vargas out. Change up out way outside. Ball 4. 2 on, nobody out. Bringing up, Sweeney. They give Torres the rest of the night off after going 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. Again, the what is going on? 1, 2, 3. The what? Ibanez is up. What did they just do? They just changed something. Oh, yeah, the TV was right. Baez went from short to second. MLB.com had it wrong. Sweeney's at short. So it's Ibanez in for Torres. He hits a sinker to right. That's going to get down for a hit. Will they send him? They do. Easily slides in. That's Baez with his first run. So still first and second, but now it is 11-1. 11 runs, 14 hits for the Tigers. Tigers have scored every inning but the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th. Carpenter up. He already has, 3 home runs on the night? I think he's got 3 home runs tonight. Whatever. Yep, 3 home runs, 5 RBI, 13 homers on the year, 27 RBIs, 277 average now. In the left-handed batter's box. Oh, change up in the air, but looks like Luis Robert Jr. is under it for out number 1. He gets it to Mydroth. No movement by the runners, and we got 1 away, thankfully. 11-1. Tigers still batting in the top of the 8th. This game is terrible if you're a Sox fan. I appreciate everybody watching, though. All right. Lee's coming out to the mound to talk to Wilson. Sosa talking to the runner at first. Wilson stays in the game. They haven't shown any action in the Sox bullpen yet. Now we go. Dan Altavilla, who blew up the Saturday game against the Orioles. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. Maybe he got out of it. I don't remember. Yeah, I guess he got out of it. Swung on and missed on a changeup for strike one to Sweeney, the shortstop. Green's evening is done. He went 1 for 4. Cutter into right, another hitter. Do they send him against Palacios? No, they stop. Tigers have the bases loaded, 1 out. Already up 10. That'll bring up Dingler, who's 1 for 4 with a solo shot. I think he hit it in the first when they took a 3-0 lead. Yep, first inning off a cannon. Cannon went 3 innings, giving up 5 runs on 3 home runs. Curveball on the ground. Mydroth gets the stop over to second. No throw to first. So runners at the corners with 2 outs. RBI fielder's choice. What is that? 6-4 on the fielding. And no throw by Capra. Must have already... Yeah, it was already beaten out. No chance. All right, 12-1. How many hits? I got to double check everything. 12, 15. On the ground. Short right. Up with it in time. Nope, he's safe. So, did they score another run? I'm so behind here. That must have scored another run. Yeah, he was safe. There was no doubt. I'm assuming it's first and second and a run scored. Stinking it is. CHSN didn't have it up there. Oh, let me fix it here first. I'm fixing everything else. 13-1, 2 outs, 2 on. They are lighting up the scoreboard like it's a Christmas tree tonight on the south side. The Tigers, that is. 13 runs on 16 hits. Ball 1 to the next hitter. Big shift on. Cutter was outside. Mercifully, it's called a strike. This guy's strike zone is all over the place. One sinker in the air to left center, make it. Robert Jr. calls off the left fielder, catches the ball, throws it into the stands. Tigers leave 2. Sorry, a little hot on the audio. I apologize. We head to the bottom of the 8th. They pick up 3 more to make it 13-1. All right, bottom of the 8th, 13-1. Lee, the 9th place hitter, due up, followed by Mydroth and Talkman. Mydroth with 2 of the Sox 4 hits, and he has the 1 run scored. The RBI went to Capra on a ground out. So the Sox have a double from Mydroth and Slater. Neither runner scored off their doubles. Mydroth had a single, 1 out because of Talkman. Vargas doubled him to third, and then Capra grounded out to get the Sox 1 and only run. All right, let's check in on the rest of baseball. We got another final from Cincinnati. Brewers hang on 3-2 over the Reds. They are 5 games over 500. Earlier, Rockies finally picked up their 10th win. They beat the Marlins in Miami 6-4. 2 games still coming up. Bottom first, no score. Padres at Giants. Angels still up 7-6 over the Red Sox in Boston. Bottom of the 9th. And this is the game we got going here. The Sox are 125. I thought the Sox started in 1901. I guess that was just the AL. Don't know my history, apparently. All right, same pitcher for Detroit. Swung on and missed on a 4-seam. 0-1. Lee, the hitter. Sweeper, swung on and missed. Strike 2. Was a little outside. Ugh. Four-seam on the ground, a short, up with it, over to first in time for out number 1. They retire the leadoff hitter. It takes us with 1 out. Sox down to their last 5 outs. We have Mydroth up, who is 2 for 3 with a run scored and a leadoff double in the first, which he got stranded at second for. That's it. 1 lousy run on 4 measly hits. Four-seam, 96, upstairs, ball 1. Mydroth nearly 3 for 3. Great dive, sliding catch by the left fielder down the line. Oh, that four-seam was outside. Instead, it's called a strike. 1-1. Tigers don't need any help. Bounces a sweeper. 2-1. Way outside, too. So it's still Smith in for Flaherty. Wilson's pitched 5 in relief. Four-seam low in the dirt. 3-1. Apologies. Four-seam, 5-pitch walk, misses low, inside maybe a little. 1-out walk for Mydroth, the only bright spot in the Sox offensive, in their lineup tonight. Is that their first walk? No, second. I forgot. Flaherty actually walked somebody. He was pretty dominant. Oh, they did put Taylor in for Talkman at the DH. Righty against righty. I don't understand that. Talkman's a lefty hitter. Bounces a ball in the dirt. 1-0. I would just like Robert Jr. to sit his butt down. He is worthless. At least at the plate. Fine, he's a decent fielder, but he's in a tremendous slump at the plate. He's been stuck on 5 home runs and 20 RBI, I think, in the month I've been doing White Sox games. Early May. I think this is my 5th week of doing some Sox games. All right, 1-0. 1 out, runner at first. Four-seam taken, strike 1, 95. Right-handed hitter Taylor, pinch hitting for the DH, Talkman, who's a lefty hitter. Righty pitcher against righty batter. Four-seam taken inside, strike 2, 95 again. All right, here's the pitch. Sweeper over the shortstop into left. The Sox have 2 on with 1 out. And their 5th hit of the game. Did he actually get a glove on it? I didn't get a good look at it. Yeah, I think he did tip it. And that's not Baez. It's Sweeney who came in. Baez moved to second on some defensive subs. All right. 1 out, 2 on, trailing by a dozen. 4-seam taken, strike 1. The hitter is Slater, who's 1 for 1. He came in defensive sub. Yeah, he had a double. Actually, they don't show him as a. It was a defensive sub, no pinch hit, according to MLB.com. Fouls off a 4-seam, 0-2. 20 pitches for Smith, working his 2nd inning. Pitched an inning and a third so far. A hit and a walk, both in this inning. Sweeper, low and outside, ball 1. All right, 13, 16, 1, 5. 13, 16, 1, 5. 13, 16. Yep, that's right. Grounder up the middle. Second baseman flips to shortstop, over to first in time. What is that? 4-6-3 double play. Sox leave 1, get a hit. We head mercifully to the top of the 9th. 13-1 Tigers. All right, let's check out the other games real quick. Any more finals? All right, Padres. Yeah, I think we do have another final. So top second, still scoreless. Padres at Giants. Twins A's coming up. Mets Dodgers coming up. So about to get underway for the final games of the night. This is the only game in progress. Earlier, Rockies 6-4 winners in Miami over the Marlins, their 10th win of the season. Angels get the win in Boston, 7-6 over the Red Sox. Brewers over the Reds in Cincinnati, 3-2. There, it gets you caught up. So that'll probably do it for the out-of-town scoreboard. Yeah, Mydroth, that was the lone defensive highlight. Throwing that guy out. Playing the hole between third and short very well. All right. They put Vinny Capra in at pitcher. Holy crap. This should be fun. All right, the right-hander making his pitching debut. Throws us 53-mile-per-hour slider in there, strike 1. Oh, boy. Oh, a slider way back, but short of the track and caught for out number 1. So the night is over for Wilson, who in mop-up duty did eat up 5 innings, gave up 8 runs, but Sox bullpen needing some rest. That'll bring up Baez. Takes us 55-mile-per-hour slider outside. 1-0. 51-mile-per-hour curve, according to them. Oh, is it 2-0? Oh, no, it was a strike. Okay, I thought it was in the zone. Baez waiting. Curveball upstairs, 51. Oh, my gosh. Oh, this is hilarious. I needed a laugh. Baez slider on the ground at third, over to first in time, 2 away. Oh, if they weren't down 13-1, I'm sure the Sox players would be a little more amused. Okay, so Capra took over at pitcher. That means DH spot is dead. Taylor took over and left then for Talkman. Slider in the air to center and caught for out number 3 by Luis Robert Jr. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Sox needing 12 or to tie 13 to win. So Capra, the pitcher, is up. Then Sosa and Palacios. All right. 13, 16, 0, 1, 5, 0. Yeah, let's update this too. I'll get the records fixed. This will get the Tigers to 40 and 21. Sox are going to drop to 18 and 42 in 60 games. Wonderful. John Brebbia, BREBBIA, 14 games, 14 and 2/3 innings pitched, 5.52 ERA. 54 games with the White Sox last season. All right, if you made it this far and you're new here, please hit like on the video if you like what we do here, and hit the subscribe button to Sin Bin Stream. Helps grow the channel. Thank you very much, and thanks for your review. All right. First pitch, Capra takes a 4-seam on the outside corner for low outside corner for strike 1. 0 for 1, RBI ground out in the 6th. 0.79 batting average on the season. Low and outside, way outside on a slider, 1-1. 1-1. Slider, I thought it hit the top inside corner, but instead it's a ball. 2-1. In the air to left, back, short of the track. A few steps in, under it, out number 1. Sox down to their last 2 outs. Slider. I thought it hit the top inside corner, but instead it's called ball one. Fouls off a four-seam, 93, 1-1. Sosa the batter, 0 for 3, 2 flyouts, a ground out, 275 average, 4 home runs, 17 RBI. Fouls it off. Now it's 1-2. Swung on a missed on a slider outside, strike 3. Sox are down to their last out of the game. Fouls off a four seam, strike 1. Here's the pitch. Fouls off another four-seam, 93. Sox down to their last strike. This is Palacios, the left-handed hitter, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He's the right fielder tonight. 10 pitches by Brebbia. Here's the pitch. Fouls off a four-seam. We'll do it again, 95. Looked like Brebbia almost fell off the mound there, too. All right, 0-2, nobody on, 2 outs. Sox trailing by 12. Last strike, foul, a changeup on the ground at first. Toss to the pitcher, a 3-1 ground out to end the game. So complete domination by the Detroit Tigers offensively and defensively. We have a 13-1 final. 13 runs on 16 hits, 1 run on 5 hits. Flaherty improves to 4-6 with the win. Cannon drops to 2-7 with the loss. He's been roughed up pretty good in his last 2 games. He's given up 2 home runs in the first inning against the Mets in New York and now at home against Detroit. And the Sox had a position player pitch the 9th. So here's how it broke down. Sox dropped to 18-42. Tigers improved to 40-21, the best record in baseball. That'll do it here for Sin Bin Stream. We'll have baseball Wednesday night, same time, if you're interested. Otherwise, we have plenty of WNBA action coming up, and we'll probably put up a poll if people would rather watch along on the NBA Final Game 1. I think that gets underway Thursday. Thanks for watching. Your views help out. If you want to help out further, click the like button on the video. Hit subscribe to Sin Bin Stream. We will see you next time. And once again, the final 13-1. Have a good rest of your evening. We'll see you tomorrow for basketball or Wednesday for baseball. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Despite the outcome, if you're a Sox fan, and congrats on the win if you're a Tigers fan. Have a good one. Sin Bin Stream.